I feel scared. I feel like they're literally trying to erase us.
They are hunting for trans people. They are hunting for trans people.
As of January 20th, 2025, the president has signed off on multiple executive orders, one of which being aimed at redefining gender ideology and gender identity. The executive order establishes that America will now only recognize two genders and will be identified as what they were assigned at birth. With 14% of Washington, D.C.'s population being a part of the LGBTQ community and 3% identifying as transgender, this area will impact several local residents.
We're a small community. We don't have a lot of money. We don't have a lot of resources, and people are constantly picking on us.
With gender dysphoria, it's can be so painful for so many people to see the wrong gender on their driver's license, right? Or to be called Mr. when they're a Ms. I just don't think people realize how much pain there is there and how affirming it is, at least for me, to have an X on my driver's license. Like, yeah, that's who I am. I feel seen.
With a month into his second term, the president has signed off on executive orders that will directly impact the LGBTQ community. Within that community in the DC area, there are many, like Star Peterson, who are quite concerned that the access to health transition care is in jeopardy, especially when it comes to children, as it can be quite dangerous if removed.
I don't think people realize that these services save lives. There's a ton of research on trans teens, and the ones whose parents are affirming and who are calling them by their chosen names and their correct pronouns, the suicide risk is so much lower.
You can't just take a trans youth off of hormones once they've started. That is horribly dangerous. It could cause damage to their bone densities, their mental states. I mean, it might lead to trans kids committing suicide.
As the executive order has had time to weigh on the minds and hearts of those affected, there seems to be a strong attitude of not running away and keeping up a fight for transgender rights.
I will shout and I will fight and I will keep stabbing myself in the stomach every Wednesday, and I will be as visible as I possibly can, because that's what they want. They want for us to shrivel up and hide and fear, and I'm just not afraid.
If you're in the DC area and are impacted, Leah Menares suggests that you reach out to many of the helping organizations like Smile and the DC Community Center. For HU News Vision, I'm Davis Daly.